Now, the greatest radio shows of all time.
Suspense.
The Shadow Node.
Washington calling David Harding, counter-spy.
Classic radio theater.
The Great Gildersleeve.
Fibber McGee and Molly.
Dragnet. Gunsmoke.
The Lone Ranger.
Now, step back into our time machine with your host, Wyatt Cox.
Good evening, friends of the Inner Sanctum.
Orson-Welles and Agnes Moorehead star in
The Shadow.
This episode originally broadcast February 20th, 1938, going back a long ways. It's entitled The Hounds in the Hills.
The Shadow Node.
Now again comes radio's strangest adventurer, the Shadow, mystery man who strikes terror into the very hearts of shopsters, lawbreakers, and criminals. Today on the air, Blue Coal brings you the Shadow's latest adventure, Hounds in the Hills. In just a moment, the Shadow's exciting adventure will begin. Meanwhile, I have an important message for everybody. We are now in the midst of the most treacherous season of the entire year. But you can protect your family's health during this danger period by burning blue coal. For blue coal gives you clean, uniform, healthful heat all winter long. And its harmless blue coloring is your guarantee of better heat at less cost. So when you order fuel, insist on blue coal. It's Pennsylvania's finest anthracite. Your nearest blue coal dealer will be glad to send you a trial ton. Phone him tomorrow. High in the pine-clad hills of North Carolina, where backwoods living is neighbor to palatial winter homes, there is a haunted mansion, relic of former grandeur. With no visible means of support, old Sadie, haggard, half-demented creature, and Jake, her hunchback son, live in one wing of the dilapidated old house. A pack of great, vicious, crossbreed hounds guards the old place from intruders. It is early evening. In the dim half-light, two figures, led by one of the hounds, approach the house.
I don't like it here. I want to go home.
What's the matter, little boy? You ain't afraid of my pet dog, are you?
Yes, I am. I'm afraid of your dog, and I'm afraid of you, too. I want to go home to my mother. I don't want to go with you.
I take my dog wherever I go. He won't hurt you. Not so long as you're with me, he won't. Don't tell him what he'd do to you if he got you alone, Jakey.
My name isn't Jakey. My name is Dickie Nelson. And if you don't let me go home, my mother will be worried.
Now, Jakey, don't be scared, old Sadie. I'm your mother. Old Sadie's your mother. Didn't know that, did you?
You're not my mother. And I don't believe there's other little boys here like you said.
You wait, Jakey. I got lots of sons now. Old Sadie will show you. Mom, it's me, Jake. Yeah, that's Jake. You're what he was before I dropped him and hurt his back.
Who's that you got with you, Mom?
Who's that?
Now, don't you be scared of him, Jakey.
I don't like him. He's awful looking.
Jakey? He's a hunchback. His mother dropped him when he was a little fellow like you. I dropped him. We'll start all over again with a new Jakey. I won't drop you. You won't be a hunchback like he is.
I want to go home to my mother and daddy. I don't like anything here. Leave me alone. Don't touch me. Don't you touch me.
Mom, you crazy old fool. You done it again.
Nice drive, Lamont. Your golf's improving.
So, Cranston, you don't always miss the ball, eh?
Well, that's what a vacation in North Carolina does for you.
especially when you're the host, Mr. Rupert.
I thought you were always on vacations, Lamont. I've never heard of you doing anything except dabbling in that mysterious laboratory of yours.
Yes, just a playboy.
Yes, I just dabble. A little science, a little chemistry, a little psychology. I just dabble.
Someone's calling you, Gary.
He'd be in a hurry.
Why, it's the sheriff. I hope I haven't done anything wrong.
Perhaps he saw you drive, Gary.
Yeah?
Sorry to bother you.
What is it, Sheriff?
Another child's lost. Gone over the cliff at the border trail.
What? Another one?
Yes, sir. Little Dickie Nelson this time.
Good Lord, Sheriff, this is horrible.
Child lost? Is that what you said, Sheriff?
Yes, sir. Fourth in less than 2 weeks.
Lost? Lost how?
On the border trail over the cliff there.
Oh, that's awful.
Well, what is this trail, Gary?
Well, it's a narrow pathway along the rim of a high cliff. It washes out so that a slip on the gravel starts to slide right over the cliff.
And you mean to say 4 boys have been lost there in 2 weeks?
Yes?
4?
Yes, but doesn't it strike you there might be something more than just fate causing the disappearance of these children?
Well, but what?
That I don't know. Gary, I'd like to look at this cliff.
Look, Mr. Transman. You see how the trail washes out down the cliff?
Yes, Sheriff.
That's 1,000 feet straight down there.
The river at the bottom.
Yeah. I reckon the current must carry the bodies away. We haven't found a trace of them.
I don't suppose there's any doubt about what happened to the boys.
No, Miss Lynn. When Bobby Meena disappeared last week, we found a ball he'd been playing with.
Would you call that conclusive evidence?
Well, this morning we snared up Dickie Nelson's cap that was caught on some shrubbery partway down the mountain. Of course, some of the colored folk around here think ghosts done it.
Ghosts?
Yeah. See, they was howling last night about the time Dickie was lost here.
What kind of howling, Sheriff?
Darned if I know, sir. They say they heard it the 3 times the other boys were lost. But you know how they are. Colored folks up here in the hills is superstitious.
Yes. But what kind of a howl does a ghost make in this part of the country, Sheriff?
Well, that's what I asked. About near they could describe it, it was like a dog howling. A hound dog.
Well, I've generally found that a dog howling means a dog. Perhaps I'd better reverse the usual procedure. The dog trailing a man.
It's all very mysterious, Lamont.
Yes, it is, Margot. Will you excuse me for a moment, Sheriff?
Yes, certainly, Mr. Cranston.
Margot, I think the shadow will look into this mystery.
But how?
Go back to the house, Margot. I'll wireless you if I need help. In my invisible state as the shadow, I'm going to follow the clue of the dogs and see where it leads me.
I want to go home.
Don't cry, Dickie. Don't cry.
Huh? What's that? Who are you?
I've come here to help you. You're Dickie Nelson, aren't you?
Yes, sir, but who are you? It's so dark I can't see you.
You don't need to see me, Dickie. Pretend I'm just a shadow. But you can hear me.
Yes, sir, but I want to go home.
Here, you've got to be a man, Dickie. I'll try to get you home. But you've got to stop crying and help me.
I'm scared, that's why.
Haven't you got a handkerchief?
No, sir.
Here, use my handkerchief.
Thank you.
Now dry your eyes and wipe your nose. I want you to tell me something.
Yes, sir.
Are there any other boys here?
Yes, sir, 3 of them. How did you get here?
I believe the ghost story, Dickie. And I looked for a ghost who howled like a hound. And then I just walked. But I didn't find a ghost. I found what I expected to find. A dog. In fact, lots of them.
Didn't they see you?
No.
Didn't old Sadie or Jake see you?
No, it's dark in here. But even with a light on, people can't see me because I've learned how to make them think they don't see me. I blind their eyes to me.
How?
Never mind how. You must believe it and don't be afraid of me. I'm your friend.
Yes, sir.
Trust me, Dickie. Perhaps I can find a way to get you and the other boys out of it. Quiet. Somebody coming.
If the sheriff finds these kids here, they'll hang us, you crazy old fool.
Hey, Now, don't you touch my baby. He's my Jackie. He's you before you came a hunchback. If you kill him, you'll be killing yourself. He's you, Jake.
You keep away from me. Don't you touch me.
Jake, don't touch that boy.
Who's that? I heard it, too.
Give me that lamp.
I heard it, too, Jake.
Nobody's in here but us. Us and the kid. He got out.
No, I'm still here.
His voice. Ain't nobody with us.
I heard it, too. Well, that's nothing, Jake. I'm always hearing voices. Now you're hearing them. We're both crazy.
Reckon it ain't so crazy a voice can scare me. I'm crazy like you, then voices ain't real. Now put this kid out of the way, and then I'll get the others.
No, stop. Please don't hit me with that stick.
No,
Put
Jake.
down that stick, Jake. Put it down.
Now, I ain't scared of voices that ain't real.
I said drop it.
Who hit me? Look. Look at that place on my wrist. Look.
Well, Jake, I've been hearing voices for a long time, but I ain't never been hit by one.
You done it.
Oh, I did not. I wasn't near you.
Then it was the kid.
I never moved.
Well, then who?
I hit you, Jake. Now I'm going to give you a chance to save yourselves. Let this boy go. Bring the other boys here. I'll take them home.
No, they're mine. They're mine. They're Dickie. No.
I'll get rid of them my way.
Please help me. I want to go home.
Trust me, Dickie. There's only one thing for me to do now. Jake, this is your last chance.
What? Who's that? You reckon it's somebody looking for the kids? If it is...
Jake, it must be them. The Duke and Slim coming to hide out. Listen. Yeah, it's him. Oh, Jake, he'll kill us both if he knows about my baby.
Well, what he don't know won't hurt him. Shut the door to the kids' room and lock it.
Hurry up, Jake. Let him in. But don't say a word about my baby.
Don't worry. Maybe I'm crazy, too, but I ain't that crazy.
Well, what took you so long, Jake?
Hello, Duke.
Come in, Slim. Hurry up. Shut the door.
Okay, Duke.
What a dump this is. It's better than being in jail up north. If we didn't have this hideout, that's where you'd be. Hello, old Sadie.
Come in, Duke. Cops after you again?
Shut up.
That half-witted old dame talks too much.
Hey, you staying for a while, Duke?
What's it to you?
I don't care.
Oh, lay off the guy, Slim. Jake, and you too, old Sadie.
Yeah?
We're taking a little rest away from the cops. See? Turn the dogs loose in the yard around the house so they can chew up anybody that comes here looking for us. Go on, Jake. Do it now.
All right, Duke.
Just a minute, Jake.
Who's that? Somebody's in here, Duke.
It's the voice again, Jake. They can't hear it unless they're crazy, too.
That voice again.
Yes, Jake, that same voice. And the Duke can hear it, too. Can't you, Duke?
Hey, what's going on here? Who is that?
I tell you, it's in here, Duke.
Who's playing tricks on me?
Duke, did you ever hear of the shadow?
The shadow?
I have, Duke. I know. That's the guy that talks to you, but you can't see him.
Shut up, you fool. Yeah, Shadow. I've heard about you. I never believed what I heard, though.
You can believe it now. Listen, Duke. I'm here for only one purpose. To save the lives of 4 little children.
Oh, don't believe him. It's a lie.
Shut up. I'm handling this. Go ahead, Shadow. Go ahead. Talk some more.
All right. Old Sadie and Jake there put you in a tough spot.
How, Shadow?
Old Sadie is crazy. She's, well, shall we say, borrowed 4 little boys from places near here and made it appear that they were killed. Killed falling over a cliff.
It's a lie. They was killed. I killed them and my Jackie took their place.
Duke, the old dame is back.
Shut up.
Jake here is almost as crazy as his mother, but he wants to kill the boys.
Don't believe him, Duke.
Either way, you'll be arrested for kidnapping.
Hey, Duke, we don't want no part in kidnapping.
Well, Shadow, what's the
If
proposition?
you let me take the boys away back to their homes, you won't be accused of kidnapping.
And give you a chance to tip off the police to where we're hiding out? Oh, no. Let him have it, Slim.
Look, Duke, the door. He went out the door.
He's gone, Duke. He's gone. We can't get him now.
Oh, yes, we can.
How?
The dog. If the shadow's a man, them dogs can follow his scent.
If the Shadow is a man, you mean the dogs will trail him by his scent, even though we can't see him?
He's right, Duke.
Or we haven't got anything to give the dogs to smell, to give them the scent.
Maybe he left something in the kid's room. Let's go and see.
Yeah. Come on, let's see.
Get the kid in there.
Find out. Yeah, let's clever to have left anything behind.
Hey, where'd the boy get that handkerchief he's sniffling into?
Handkerchief, huh? Yeah. He never had no handkerchief when he come here.
Who gave you this handkerchief, little boy?
A man.
What man?
A man who spoke to me in the dark.
You couldn't see him?
No. He said I had to believe he was here, although I couldn't see him.
Then it's the shadows.
Get the dogs. Get the dogs. They can get his scent from that handkerchief and trail him. The shadow can't escape this time.
February 20th, 1938, The Shadow on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox.
Are you suffering with arthritis or osteoporosis? Do you have diabetes? Did you know that these are just two of the hundreds of diseases that have seen improvement with Dr. Wallach's incredible longevity products? You can't get them at a health food store. The only way to get them is to call us at 800-214-0065. That's 800-214-0065. Do you have heart disease, fibromyalgia, or high blood pressure? Do you have a terrible time losing weight? Dr. Wallach can help. He was a veterinarian and cured diseases in animals. He felt that he could do the same for humans, so he became a physician. Over 50 years of research and helping people like you goes into every bottle of Dr. Wallach's amazing discoveries. Do you want to feel better? Learn how to treat the cause of your problem rather than covering up the symptoms with drugs. Call 800-214-0065. That's 800-214-0065.
Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, and now more of The Shadow from February 20th, 1938.
Margot Lane. The children are alive. Alive in an old house about 4 miles off the cliff road. They're being held captive. There's no time to lose. I'm in the woods. The pack of hounds is trailing me. You can probably hear them. They've got my scent. Hurry. Get the sheriff. Save the children. Hurry.
Come on, Jake. Keep up in front where we can see you. Don't try to hide behind the trees. If you think you can sneak back to the house. All right, Duke, all right. Slim. Yeah, Duke? If Jake starts falling back again anymore, trying to lose us among the trees in the dark so he can go back to the house and finish off them kids, let him have it. Okay, boss. I wasn't. Honest, I wasn't. Okay. Then come on. Hey, you, Jake. Ain't those dogs liable to turn on us? Yeah, if you was alone. Yeah, but I'm with you. You hear that, Duke? The dogs have got the shadow. It's lucky for us he left his handkerchief with the kids so the hounds could get the scent, ain't it, huh? Yeah. Now, there's only one or two things for the shadow to do. Stand and be chewed by them beasts, or else climb a tree. He's not invisible to a dog's nose. They can smell him. If he's climbed a tree, we got him, Duke. Hey, there's the dog jumping around that tree. Right there. See him? Well, what do we do now? Well, we can't do much while it's dark. What do you mean? I mean, we gotta keep the shadow treed until it's daylight. Yeah, but you can't see him, whether it's light or dark. That's right. Maybe he's beating us after all. Listen, if we wait till daylight, then we can see where he is in the tree. But you can't see where he is. Yeah, but when he comes, he has to shake the branch he's sitting on. And when we see any of them leaves shaking, we'll shoot right at that place. It'll be like shooting at nothing. I know. Say, if we don't get him that way, he has two other things to choose from. Yeah, what's that? We can keep him treed until he gets so weak he can't work his invisibility gag anymore, and he comes down. And then the dogs get him. Well, there's nothing to do but wait till morning then. No, but we gotta keep awake. Morning ain't far off, and then we'll see. Hey, Duke. I got to thinking, sitting here last night. What about them kids? Well, Slim, what about them? We didn't do it, but they can pin a kidnapping rap on us. Not without evidence, Slim. No, but she... Oh, I get it. No evidence, huh? That's right. No kids. What do you think? Yeah. Jake here don't want no evidence either. As soon as we dispose of the man who calls himself the Shadow, no one will know. And then Jake here gets rid of the kids. That's right. Yeah, but how about Jake and old Sadie? I think they could disappear and not be missed. Yeah, that's what I thought. Hey, Duke, look. We can see the whole tree now. But I don't see nobody.
No, of course not. But he's there. Now watch carefully, Slim. There's no wind. Any limb or branch that moves may be the shadow.
Yeah.
So when something moves, let him have it.
I get it. Hey, but how do we know when we get him?
He'll come down, Slim. And you missed, Slim. Take your time.
Hey, what's that? I thought I saw a branch move. We're shooting at the shadow, Jake.
And when he's unconscious or dead, we can see him all right. And then...
You didn't do so good yourself, Duke.
Those dogs are hungry.
Yeah. I bet they look nice from up in the tree, waiting for their breakfast. How can you shoot him if you can't see him?
Shut up, Jake. Now take your time, Slim.
Good morning, Duke.
He's there.
Good morning, Shadow.
I hope you slept well.
Oh, yeah. And you? Now watch close, Slim.
Yeah.
Would it be too much for me to ask, how are the little boys?
They're all right, Shadow. So far.
That's good.
Yeah, but I'll get rid of him.
From February 20th, 1938, Orson Welles' Agnes Moorehead in the Shadow on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. The conclusion, along with another episode of Claudia, follows these important words for your favorite radio station.
Are you in bad pain? You know what I mean. Your knees hurt. Your shoulder hurts. Your elbow and back are constantly killing you. And I'm sure you've tried every pain pill or cream available at the drugstore. Am I right? Well, here's something you haven't tried. Pain Magic. Pain Magic is not available at any drugstore. The only place you can get it is by calling the special toll-free number I'm about to give you. And to make things even better, call right now and find out about our buy one, get one free offer. We're so confident it'll work for you that we offer a free bottle with your purchase. No prescription required. Call now to learn how you can get Pain Magic and get rid of your pain. Remember, your results may vary. 800-492-8164. 800-492-8164. 800-492-8164. That's 800-492-8164.
Now on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, the conclusion of The Shadow, February 20th, 1938, The Hounds in the Hills.
Get around the other side of the tree. I think he's low in the tree, behind the trunk.
Okay, Duke.
We're taking care of you first, Shadow. You know too much. Well, what's funny, Shadow?
I'm laughing at you, Duke.
Oh, yeah? You laugh different when I get my hands on you.
Why don't you come up here and try it?
I don't have to. You'll come down.
You'll have a long wait.
Oh, yeah?
Can't you say anything but oh, yeah? You're really quite stupid, Duke.
Oh, yeah? Well, I'm smart enough to get you out of that tree.
Good. I was getting rather bored.
Ah, shut up. Hey, Slim. Go back to the house and get an axe. This tree ain't too big to cut down.
Very ingenious.
Yeah, but the dog. It ain't safe to leave without Jake.
The dogs, they won't touch you. They're after the shadow. And Jake will keep them here.
Sure. I'll keep him here, sure.
And hurry back, Slim.
Now, scram.
Okay, Duke. But don't let them dogs come after me.
Jake will keep the dogs here.
Okay, watch it. Now, hurry back.
Hey, Jake. Call the dogs off. They're going after Slim.
They don't like him.
Hey, call it back. Slim, look out. Jake, the dogs are attacking him.
Yeah, they're going to eat him.
I'll shoot him, Slim.
Guess you didn't shoot him soon enough, Duke.
Well, Jake, your dogs got Slim. I'm afraid you've lost most of them.
Yeah. Ma'll be awful mad. There's only Big Tom left. But the Duke will shoot him.
No, he won't. His gun's empty. Look at him go up that tree.
Yeah. Big Tom didn't get him. Now you're both up in the tree, ain't you?
No, Jake, I'm standing right here behind you. Now do what I tell you. Go over to that tree and tie Big Tom to it. So that the Duke can't get down.
Why should I?
You want to get those kids out of the way, don't you? Duke won't let
get me, maybe. Hey, I won't tell him what I'm going to do.
Jake, call off this dog. Tie him up, do you hear me? Tie him up. Oh, not to my tree, you dope. Take him away. Listen to me. Don't tie him there, you half-wit.
Well, Duke, we changed places.
I'll get you if it's the last thing I do, Shadow.
You're going to have plenty to do before we meet again. Jake, come back here.
Yeah.
You'll have plenty of time to think about that. Here are some men that may help you out.
Who are they?
My Lord, what happened here?
I don't know, Sheriff. Say, this is the hunchback, Jake. Hello, Jake.
Duke's up in the tree. Yeah, sit down, Sheriff.
We got him. Reckon that dog won't attack anyone else.
You killed him.
Now, if our friend will come down out of the tree, I'll be delighted to put a pair of handcuffs onto him. I've been looking for him and his partner for some time. From the looks of things, I won't need to put the cuffs on his partner.
Well, Margot, you better go back to the cars.
All right. Yes, I think I will. I only wanted to see if... Yes, I'll go back.
All right, men. Let's take him away.
Margot.
Oh, Lamont. Lamont, are you all right?
Yes, but don't speak my name here.
Darling, I was so frightened when I got your wireless message. I thought it was the end.
So did I. Are the boys all right?
Yes, all the boys are safe. They've been taken into town. The deputy sheriff took old Sadie along. Dickie Nelson is in one of the cars up the road waiting. Oh, Lamont, I feel so sorry for that poor old woman.
So do I, Margot. She's demented. We must see that she's placed in an institution, not a prison. A place where she can satisfy her mother-love mania with dolls instead of other people's children. Go to the car, Margot. I'll meet you there.
What are we waiting for, Miss Lane? I want to go home to my mother.
Just a minute, Dickie. I'm expecting someone.
Who?
Oh, here he comes now.
Hello, Margot.
Hello, Lamont.
Who's this young man?
This is Dickie Nelson. Dickie Lamont Cranston.
Hello, Mr. Cranston.
Well, Dickie, I hear you had quite an adventure last night.
Yes, a kind man came to my room at that terrible house. But I couldn't see him.
Maybe you dreamt it, Dickie. Supposing we keep it a secret. Just between us three.
Yes, I think that's a good idea.
All right. But it was a swell dream.
You have just heard a dramatized version of one of the many copyrighted stories which appear in the Shadow magazine. All the characters and all the places named are fictitious. Any similarity to persons living or dead is purely coincidental.
As you sow evil, so shall you reap evil. Crime does not pay. The shadow knows.
February 20th, 1938, The Shadow on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox.
No offense, but are you a little fat when you look in the mirror? How would you like to learn the secrets to lose 3 to 5 pounds a week easily without joining the gym or going through any crazy diets? It's called Body Sculpt by Med Diet. For the last 2 decades, we've been helping people just like you that have pounds they want to shed. We've helped millions of people lose thousands and thousands of pounds over the years. And now it's your turn. Learn the secrets of how to lose weight with one simple phone call. You'll see an amazing difference in a matter of days. Don't believe us? We'll offer you a money-back guarantee. If you're ready to start losing weight right now, call right now to learn more about your risk-free order to Body Sculpt.
Call for your risk-free offer. 800-738-5332. 800-738-5332. 800-738-5332. That's 800-738-5332.
Now on Classic Radio Theater, another episode of the soap opera Claudia. This was from February 20th, 1948.
Have another cup of coffee, David.
No, thanks. This is fine.
You sure?
Positive?
Here if you want it.
Well, I don't.
David, are you going to be busy this afternoon?
I expect I'm going to be busy all day.
Well, can't you be a little less busy at 4 o'clock?
Well, I got to go up to Redbury, darling, at about 1 o'clock, and I couldn't possibly get back before 5 or 6.
Oh.
What is it? Anything important?
David, at 4 o'clock this afternoon, the doctor said we could come to the hospital and take Bluff home.
So he did.
Now will you go to Redbury?
Well, I wish I didn't have to, but business before pleasure, darling. Certainly going to be good having Bluff home again.
I can't wait. David.
What's the matter?
I won't be able to bring him home.
Why not?
Well, if you're going to be going up to Redbury, that means you'll be taking the car, doesn't it?
Well, I don't intend to walk.
So, that means I won't be able to take Bluff home from the hospital.
You certainly can. Take a taxi.
He doesn't like taxis. He doesn't like the way they smell.
You mean you don't?
Bluff and I agree on all such matters. He'd much rather ride home in the car.
How about an ambulance?
The doctor said he'd be all right, so I don't think he'll need an ambulance.
Are you serious?
Of course.
Well, take a bus or a subway or walk or something. But you can't have the car, that's final.
I cannot understand you at some times.
What now?
You would take that car right out from under Bluff?
And I'd do it without one pang.
I never would have believed it of you. Poor little Bluff, all weak and sick and thin. You are heartless.
I just don't believe in pampering dogs any more than people.
I bet you'd be just that mean to me if I went to the hospital.
If you ever have to go to the hospital, I'll be furious with you.
You will? Why?
I won't have you going off and getting sick and not feeling well.
Well, I'll have to go to the hospital when I have the baby.
Oh, that. Well, that's not like going to the hospital.
It isn't.
That's like going out to the store and buying something you want very much.
But it's not a bargain sale, I can tell you. $300. David, do you think Bluff will be happy to come home?
Happy? He'll be beside himself.
What do you suppose is the first thing he'll do when he comes home from the hospital?
Oh, open the icebox door.
Then I think I'll go out and get him a steak.
A steak?
To celebrate his coming home.
Claudia, you're going to get that dog into a terrible lot of habits, pampering him like that.
Oh, David, if you were coming home from the hospital, nothing would be too good for you either.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. And I love that dog just as much as you do, but there are limits.
I don't see why there have to be.
Darling, that dog is a grown-up man. He's not a little girl, and he's not a doll. I don't think he's going to want to be pampered. I think he's going to want to be treated as the sort of person he is. He's big and rough and ready. I don't intend to lift one finger, not one, nothing, for him any more than I normally would.
I don't think you have any soul.
I think you ought to behave the same way. I know that's the way I'd want to be treated.
You would?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll see. Oh, I know what.
What?
I'll get Mama to go with me to the hospital and bring Bluff home.
Darling, why don't you hire a small orchestra, a drum major in white satin, 6 black horses, and really do this thing up right?
Say, you know, that's not a bad idea.
Claudia, isn't it an awfully cold afternoon to be bringing that dog home from the hospital?
Mama, he's got to get used to going out into the cold.
I know, but he's been laid up for a week.
David says they wouldn't let him come home if he weren't perfectly all right.
I wish I was sure.
Mama, are you worrying about him?
I should say not. He's big enough to take care of himself.
Don't pretend you are worried.
Well, he's a very sweet pup. I'm surprised David didn't want to come along with us. He's such a fool about that animal.
David had to go up to Redbury. And he's not such a fool about him as you think he is. He gave me a long lecture about not fussing over him and about not treating Bluff as if he'd been sick or anything.
And that's a man for you.
Do you know, I think David's right. I think maybe the best thing is to treat Bluff as if he's never been away at all. Then he'll feel more as if he's at home.
You sound as if you know what you're talking about, but I'm not convinced.
About what?
I don't think you do know.
Well, Mama, here's the hospital.
I can read. I can see that sign. It says hospital. What do you think I am?
Want me to tell you?
I do not.
Oh, Mama, all of a sudden I feel sort of nervous.
Nervous? Ridiculous. What's there to be nervous about?
Well, maybe that's not exactly the word. Maybe I mean excited.
Well, I don't know what there is to be excited about either.
Mama, imagine. This could be me coming to take my baby from the hospital.
Claudia, it couldn't possibly be that, and you know it.
Why not? I'm having a baby, much as you act as if you don't think it's possible.
Of course, my dim-witted child. You wouldn't be coming to the hospital to take that baby home with you. You'd be at the hospital with it.
Well, it's almost the same thing. Must be wonderful to be a mother.
It has its disadvantages. Right now, my feet are freezing. Come, let's go in and bring him back alive.
Well, here he is, Mrs. Norton. Good as new.
Thank you, Dr. Mixel. Bluff, hello, Bluff. Mama, he knows me.
Of course he knows you, and he's very fond of you.
Is he really all right?
Couldn't be better. Infection disappeared completely, and very fortunately, it was absorbed. We didn't have to operate.
Oh, I couldn't have stood it if you had had to operate.
Oh, was he a good patient?
An excellent patient. A very happy dog. Seems to be very well adjusted.
Well, I think he would be. David is very well adjusted, and so am I.
Hush up, Claudia. Do you have any special instructions for my daughter about the care of Bluff?
No, nothing special. His normal diet. There's no need to pamper him.
Well, David was right, as usual.
Oh, Doctor, you've been just wonderful.
Why, thank you. Thank you very much.
It's not everybody who knows enough to treat a dog as if he were a person. Oh, Mama, look. Do you suppose he knows he's home?
All I can say is I'm glad I know I am. That big dog certainly makes a taxi feel awfully small.
I think he gets car sick in a taxi.
Well, aren't you going to open the door and let us in?
The door's open. Oh, I suppose Bertha's up here cleaning. She's the most wonderful woman. Bertha, look who we brought in from the hospital.
Ah, well, good evening, Mrs. Norton. About time you got back, ah?
Bertha, you're David.
Yeah, I'm David. Hello there, Bluff, old boy. Welcome back.
You wouldn't think of saying hello to your poor old mother-in-law, would you?
Have you been in a hospital?
I just came from one.
Oh, you beautiful thing. They fed you up well, didn't they? Put a little meat on those bones.
I think I'll go in the kitchen and put a little meat on a plate.
Did you ask the doctor, is it all right to feed him?
What would you prefer to do, starve him?
No, but I want to be sure we do the right thing.
I asked the doctor, darling. He said it was perfectly all right.
He can have meat in his usual diet?
Just as usual. David, the doctor
Well,
said...
let's be careful, not give him too much to start out with. He's probably feeling a little weak.
Oh, he's very delicate. That undersized buffalo.
Don't you listen to her, you beautiful...
Hey, come to think of it, Mr. Norton, how come you're home so early?
I nearly broke my neck to get here.
Where? Let me see.
Think I want this dependent of mine to come home from the hospital into a cold and empty apartment with nobody here to take his paw and welcome him home?
Oh, he'd have been heartbroken.
Well, he would, wouldn't you, Bluff? He looks sort of thin to me.
Thin?
Oh, Claudia, I picked up some meat for him on my way home. It's in the icebox.
I bought him some meat, too, darling. My butcher gave me some.
What'd he give you?
What you said to get.
Scraps and leavings? Fine thing for his first dinner.
But you said that...
What did you get him, David? Breast of guinea hen?
I should say not. Chicken for a dog. I got him a steak.
A steak?
Well, it's not a choice cut, but it's a steak.
Mama, I'll never believe anybody again as long as I live.
What are you talking about?
My own husband. He's a traitor. David, I thought you told me this morning not to make a fuss over him and pamper him.
I am not making a fuss, just taking a normal interest.
More than normal. Abnormal.
You know, I don't think that this pooch is completely mended.
What's the matter with him? Where?
Well, he seems all right to me.
Look at him. He's walking around on 3 legs. He's got his paw lifted again.
That's funny.
He didn't do that in the hospital.
You didn't make him walk home, did you?
Walk? I practically carried him into the taxi.
He looks awfully sad. Come here, Bluffo, and tell your pa what's the matter with your paw.
Oh, you make a pretty picture. You two big baby boys.
Come on, boy, come on. Come on, tell Papa. These two women here don't understand.
Mama, I'm sure he didn't live at the hospital. And he didn't live on the way home. And he didn't live coming down the hall.
He didn't even walk. He leapt all the way.
And so gracefully on all 4 feet.
Yours and mine. I'm going into the kitchen and get his steak dinner. How about a few French fries with it?
I'll answer, David. Wonder who it can be?
Come on, old boy. You sure you're all right, old fellow? You've got me awfully worried.
Yeah.
I want you to take it easy here. Yeah. I don't want you to run around too much. And you don't even have to go for any walks if you don't want to. No. Now, come on. Tell Papa how you are.
David, it's for you. Lottie has some kind of a message for you.
Oh, all right. I'll take it. Keep an eye on him, Claudia. I'll be right back.
Right.
I don't like the way he's nursing that paw.
David, he's coming after you. Hey, be careful. He's going to knock you down.
Hey, take it easy, Bluff. Take it easy. I'm not going away. I'm right here. I'm right here with you.
David, he ran on all 4 feet.
He did? Oh, no. You're imagining that paw.
No, I'm not. He ran on all 4 feet. Listen, darling, I have an idea. You run across the room and see if he follows you. Then we'll know.
Oh, all right. You tell Lottie to wait. Now, come on, Bluffo. Come on, boy. Come on, let's go. Come on.
He's all right. He is.
Well, what's all this rumpus in here? You'll be evicted. Shh.
He's fine, Mother. He's fine. That's a load off of my mind. All he needed was a pat on the back from me, and his paw is all right.
You mean all he wanted was a little attention?
Mama, what are you trying to say? What do you mean?
I mean that as long as you pamper him, that dog will be walking on 3 feet.
Walking on 3 feet? Oh, I see what you mean. Oh, Mama, I love David for pampering him. But, now I can't wait till I go to the hospital. Except worse luck, I've only got 2 feet.
These programs star Catherine Bard as Claudia and Paul Crabtree as David. And the entire production is supervised and directed by William Brown Maloney.
Another episode of the soap opera Claudia, as it was broadcast February 20th, 1948, here on Classic Radio Theater. Quick note about my friend Ted over at RadioMemories.com. Ted has all sorts of old-time radio programs for your perusal. Just stop by and see Ted, RadioMemories.com. He has shows available on CD, on cassette, and on flash drive. So you can check them all out, RadioMemories.com. Visit my webpage, classicradio.stream, where you can stream our shows on demand, learn more about classic radio collecting. You can find our social media links there, and you can also contact me, classicradio.stream. If you miss a day, you have no excuse to miss a show. Our shows are available not only through our webpage at classicradio.stream, but also through iHeartRadio, through Spotify, through Spreaker, through Amazon Music, through the Audible app, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast. They're all over. Just search on your favorite app for Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. That's Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Check them out, and that's the reason you keep hearing me say that. You know that, just so you can find it. It's Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Tell all your friends the great radio shows are right here at this spot on the dial, won't you please? Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox on your favorite radio station.